Like if you found the video valuable. The city streets were quiet, washed in the soft glow of streetlights and the occasional neon sign flicker. Clara wandered aimlessly, her scarf pulled tightly around her neck, trying to escape the heaviness of a day filled with reminders of what she had lost. She didn't know why she was drawn to the little cafe at the corner of Alder Street, but something about its warm light spilling onto the pavement promised comfort. Inside, the cafe was empty except for the barista and a few late-night patrons. The scent of roasted coffee beans and fresh pastries wrapped around her like a familiar hug. Clara chose a seat by the window, pulling out a worn notebook she had carried for years, sketching absent-mindedly as rain began to patter against the glass. Moments later, the door opened with a soft chime, and a man entered. He shook off his umbrella, water dripping onto the tiled floor, and glanced around the room. Their eyes met, briefly, politely, but something unspoken passed between them. He approached the counter, ordered a coffee, and then hesitated. Seeing the empty seat across from Clara, he asked with a timid smile, "Mind if I join you?" "It's crowded otherwise." Clara hesitated, then nodded. "Sure." He introduced himself as Arjun. Conversation started slowly, polite small talk about the rain, the city, the quiet charm of the cafe. But as minutes passed, their walls began to crumble. They spoke of heartbreak, of lost opportunities, of dreams deferred. There was no pity in their words, just understanding, recognition of someone else who had known loss. Arjun shared how he had recently moved to the city for work, leaving behind a hometown filled with memories of love that had slipped through his fingers. Clara confessed that she had been struggling with a breakup that left her questioning everything she believed about trust and timing. Somehow, in the dim light of the cafe, over 2 cups of steaming coffee, the weight of the world felt lighter. Laughter came easily, and the silence between sentences was comfortable, not empty. Each shared glance, each subtle smile, spoke volumes that neither dared to put into words. Outside, the rain slowed, and streaks of moonlight filtered through the clouds. Clara and Arjun noticed the cityscape reflected in the wet streets, glimmering like a sky full of stars. "You know," Clara said softly, "it's funny. I've been walking for hours, trying to escape myself, and I end up here, talking to a stranger, and it feels right." Arjun smiled, leaning slightly forward. "Maybe some things are meant to find you when you least expect them." They spent the night sharing stories, swapping dreams, and imagining futures that felt possible again. The cafe slowly filled with the morning light, but neither noticed the time. The world outside had shifted, yet inside, a small universe existed just for the two of them. As the barista announced last call, Clara realized she had never felt so connected to someone in such a short time. She hesitated, then wrote her number on the back of a napkin, placing it on the table. "Here," she said, sliding it toward him. "For whatever comes next." Arjun took it, smiling with warmth that made her chest flutter. "I'll hold you to that." They stepped out into the early morning, the streets still glistening from the rain. It was a beginning, a possibility, a quiet promise that some encounters, no matter how brief, could change the course of a life. And sometimes, just sometimes, love finds you in the most unexpected places, even in a small cafe between the stars.